Hey yo, what's up? Now look, man, I haven't reacted to one of Young Don and Sauce Guy's videos before, but I've been watching this man for years. He's the biggest Jamaican YouTuber that I know of personally. He's an inspiration to me, man. Basically, he's been making animations for a couple years now. He used to do like quick art stuff, which was dope. I used to watch all that stuff too, but this is one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm gonna probably react to more of his videos, to be honest with y'all. They're always funny. They always have a good message. This man, his work ethic, bro, like, I'm not even speaking English right, okay? But look, he has my favorite podcast. This man is spiritually woke, inspirational as hell, bro. Look, I don't want to make it seem like he's my dad, but this nigga has definitely changed me into, like, he's influenced me to, like, read books, nigga, or, like, I don't know, just better myself every day. So, you know, let's just hop right into it. I've had enough talking. I've been sucking this man off for a good minute and a half, so let's just jump right into this. We got robbed in broad daylight.
Turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his stomach.
Yeah, that animation. I don't think he'd be doing the animations anymore, but that nigga, that knife flip, I mean.
And he's like, you don't want to do that.
It really is like that in Jamaica, bro. I don't know if this is from Jamaica.
Man, living with you, I couldn't sleep naked.
Oh yeah?
Hell yeah.
Huh. I
Be
mean, you
pissed
could have
off.
asked.
What?
See what I mean? These niggas funny as hell, bro. And also, for the ladies watching, tell me this nigga's not attractive. I'm not gay, but this nigga's
Like I walk into
This nigga's
the
handsome.
Foot Locker and then got my
Just like
guys.
me.
It's like, well, you know, what's going on? You know, is get these little slaves to work.
Wow.
Get them to work. Get their little hands to stitch up these shoes. I need some fresh Nikes. What are we doing?
That little crackhead strength. That crackhead in me.
all right. I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip this, but we should really peep their podcast. This is not a cool podcast. I'm being for real. It's dope.
Money is the root of all evil. Have you heard it? What do you think about it? It comes from the Bible, and growing up in Jamaica, that quote made a lot of sense to me. And that's because every night on the evening news, there'd be some tragic
told you it was
story
in Jamaica.
of a family, a business owner, a kid who lost their life over money, you know,
Yeah.
robbery gone bad. So for a long time, I believed
Look,
that.
literally shoes, freaking food, nigga, like anything, clothes, chains, watches.
I believe that money was the root of all evil. But one day, I was sitting down with a wise man. It was my best friend's father, who had made himself a lot of money in his lifetime by building businesses, being disciplined, you know, going to college, all of that. He carried a gun. And one day, when I was over my best friend's house, he
Got that
asked
thing
me,
on him, son.
why do you think I have this? Of course, I replied, to protect yourself. You know,
Facts.
He was a wealthy man. You know, people knew he was a wealthy man, and Jamaica's a dangerous place. And
Facts.
thinking I was smart,
Especially Kingston. I think that's where I'm not sure if he's from Kingston or not, but Kingston is fucking. Nigga, everybody has gates. Everybody has fences. Everyone, like, you don't leave your house without locking your door. I know niggas be doing that in other places, but you don't do that in Jamaica, bro.
I threw the quote at him, you know, money is the root of all evil. He then said to me, Chris, money is not the root of all evil. Money is what bought me this house. It's what buys you food. It's how your parents get you those video games you like to play. No, money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is
Facts.
the root of all evil. Poverty. That's why I carry this. Because too many people here don't have enough.
That's
The
facts.
only thing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose is a man with nothing at all. That stuck with me.
It's
Completely
facts.
changed the way I saw money. So one day after school, when me and my boys got held up and robbed as they were walking to the bus stop, I was walking to my dad's office. I don't want to give you too much backstory, but you can watch this video about getting teased for where I lived. It's a funny story about getting teased, walking to my dad's office.
Oh, I
People
remember
thought
that
it was
one.
my house. Go
That's a
watch
good one,
this
too.
video if you want to.
All of his animation's funny, bro, like,
But that day
it's
when
not
we got
funny yet,
robbed,
but I promise you
what my
it'll
dad's
probably be
friend
funny.
said to me made all the sense in the world. I was about 13 years old, you know, very young, very naive, and the world around me, being Jamaica, was a very real place, you know.
Look, I don't know what it is, but I've always loved that flag. I don't know why. Well, probably because, you know, I'm Jamaican, but, like, I just think it's one of the coolest flags ever created. Like, I don't know what to
Very
tell you.
dangerous place at times. But my parents did an amazing job at sheltering me from a lot of that. But no matter how hard your parents try, they can't protect you from the world forever. So I'm walking to my dad's office with two of my boys. You know, they're walking to the bus stop to take the bus to go home. So we're taking the usual
I got my
route,
nail messed up,
and
bro.
on the way to where
Ow.
we're going,
Smell like bitch in here. All y'all smell like this to me.
we have to pass this other school. It was known as Quality Academics. It was basically a school you would go to if you failed high school. You see, in Jamaica,
Nice.
in order to go to college, you have to take this exam called CXC. I think they changed the name. But it's very similar to the SATs. So if you got poor grades on your CXCs, you wouldn't be able to get into a good university. In Jamaica, there's really only like two. And we don't have this
Fake-ass
abundance
angels.
of community colleges like you do here in America. So if you want to take another swing at getting into university, you pretty much have to redo your senior year of high school. But there isn't a way to do that in actual public school. So you have to go to one of these like do-over schools. And Quality Academics was one of those schools. Now, think about the kind of kids that completely fail high school, right? Of course, you have those who just, you know,
Don't
struggle
try
in
it.
school.
Oh.
You know, public school isn't always the best. But a lot of times, it's dudes that
Yeah,
didn't
there
take
we go.
school serious because they were busy, you know, chasing girls, ditching class. A lot of times, there were dudes
Smoking weed.
who gave a lot of trouble. Very often, these kinds of guys, you know, grew up in environments where they didn't have a lot, you know? They grew up in the hood, grew up in poverty. So what do you get when you mix a kid who grew up without a lot in an environment that is often violent, who feels the pressure of having to look like they have more than they really do so that they can climb the superficial social ladder that is high school culture? You get the
Rob
two
niggas.
dudes that were posted up down the street in the cut looking for an easy lick. I saw them as we were walking up the street, and I could tell from a distance that these guys were no good. Back when I was going to school in Jamaica, there was a certain look that all the tough guys had, you know, the bad man look. Uniform was always iron crisp, shirt untucked. They take their baggy uniform pants to a tailor and get them tightly fitted. A lot of times their faces were bleached so they look more light skinned, and they always
Why did they used to do that, bro? My mom talked about that too. Like, niggas actually used to bleach themselves. They still do. Like, people want to look lighter in some places. And then in America, some people want to look darker. It's crazy how that works, man.
use too much gel in their hair, like to get it curly, but they use too much. And, you know, I jumped
Nigga looking like Ice Cube with the Jerry curls and shit. With nigga naps.
just started walking the streets to get to my dad's office, so I saw them, and I'm thinking, don't look good. But, you know, it's three of us, it's two of them. Sure, they're bigger, they're older, but, you know, this kind of thing doesn't happen to me. Like, it's something you hear on the news, it's something you hear happening to other people. You know, I'm not gonna get pressed by no goons. So we're walking up the street,
Goons?
closer and closer,
This nigga's.
and then we pass
The way
them.
this nigga
so I'm
pronounces
like,
shit is so funny
okay,
sometimes.
okay, all right, good, we're good. So we walk past them, and me and my boys, you know, we're talking, we're laughing, all is right with the world. And then I hear some footsteps quickly approaching us from behind. I turn my head, and now they're right beside us. As they're passing us, one of them leans into one of my boys, bumps him, and then keep walking. At first, I didn't realize what happened, but it turns out when the dude bumped into my boy, he reached into his hoodie pocket and grabbed his phone. They must have saw when my boy had put his phone in his pocket.
That's a good trick for y'all that if you're ever traveling abroad, freaking Europe, Jamaica, whatever. If someone bumps into you, you just got robbed. I mean, obviously, if you're in a tight, look, even in a tight space, even New York and shit, bro. Like, you just gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Don't be dumb. Like, if I was in a public place or like Jamaica or anything like that, I wouldn't be putting anything in my pocket, like my hoodie pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because this is easy access right here. Got to get like zippers and shit, or like Just be cautious. I don't
before
know.
we passed them
Fanny
down
pack.
the street. My boy's like, yo, they just took my phone. He had a new BlackBerry, and this is before the iPhone, all of that. Yo, this was when the BlackBerry was the iPhone, bro. Everybody wanted one. They were hard to come by. They were
Facts.
expensive. My mans must have saved up for
My
a
dad
whole
had a
year
BlackBerry.
just to buy that phone, bro. So now I'm shocked, and then my boy's like, yo, I gotta get by my phone. So without even thinking, we start to chase him. Now, to say chase is a bit much. It was more like a brisk walk because one, they weren't that far ahead because they weren't running away, and two, there was some hesitation, right? Because they were scary. I was scared. I will admit, I'd never been in a situation
I mean, at
like this
13, you
before.
ain't
But we're in the heat of the
ready to
moment.
press two
Adrenaline
older
is going,
niggas.
and I wasn't about to be the one friend that fell back in this situation.
Facts.
So we start to walk up to them. We get
fold in
right
front of the
behind
boys.
them, and then one of the dudes, not the one who took the phone, the other one, he turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his
See, that
stomach,
animation was
and he's
clean.
like, you don't want to do that. He lets him go, turns around, and the both of them keep walking. And back in school, we heard a lot of stories of dudes getting robbed and stabbed over their phones. So we knew that this was not a joke. So they're walking away, and then my boy turns to us and is like, yo, what do I do? I look at
That's
him.
tough.
I'm like, looks like you gotta get a new phone, bro.
That's facts.
'cause
You could-
that
you
one, that one's
That one's
not
gone.
yours no more.
Yeah, that
And
one's
as
gone.
soon as that
Nigga, you, unless you want to risk your life for a phone,
reality
you're good.
set over the group, we were just like, man, that's tough. That was so tough.
One thing I don't understand though is this nigga. He has curly hair like me, but why is his hair like that, like this, in the animation? But,
Because
you know,
there was nothing we
might
could do.
ask?
What were we gonna do? Call the police?
they don't do
This
shit.
is Jamaica,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
Ain't no police gonna show up and get
Yeah.
back your phone, bro. That's gone. So we stand there for like another 5 minutes. And then we continue to walk. You know, my boys went to the bus stop. I went to my dad's office, and you know, that was that. You know, I told my dad about it, you know, because my dad grew up in the hood. So a small part of me was like, ooh, maybe my dad.
Maybe my dad will get it back for me.
the phone. I don't know. My dad looked at me and was like,
That
you
shit
still
gone.
got your phone? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, good. Moral of the
That's facts.
story, you know, when you walk in these streets, especially if you live somewhere that's not super safe, keep your head on a swivel, keep
Facts.
your valuables concealed,
Facts.
and you know, if you're ever being robbed and you know you're outgunned
Give that shit up.
or outmanned, just give them what they ask for,
Yup.
man. Because at the end of the day, things can always be replaced, but
Your life cannot.
your life, pretty sure you only get one of those.
What'd I tell you? Alright, man, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, remember to leave a like on this video. Also, I'm going to link Young Don the South Scott's channel down in the description. I recommend you check out his channel and his podcast. To be honest with y'all, I'm actually a Patreon member. I'd be paying $5 a month to listen to this nigga speak. If you like me and if you want to improve your life, I highly recommend you go through some of his catalog. I mean, obviously, he's joking a lot of the time, but there's also some very good advice throughout those podcasts, so I highly recommend it. Alright, man, peace out, y'all.